Hello my dear friends, welcome back to Idea Point Physics lecture. And see, we will continue the topic scalars and vectors. Okay, so up to now, in the last class, what we have studied how to calculate the magnitude of the vectors as well as what is the meaning of addition of the vectors. In first case, what we have seen how to add the vectors if they are given in terms of I cap, j cap as well as k cap. As well as we have seen when vectors are represented in a diagram format, then how to add the vectors p as well as q. But see here, what is the shortcoming of the previous method? The basic thing is कि पिछले केस में जो वेक्टर्स हमने कैलकुलेट किए थे वो रिजल्टेंट हमें डायग्राम के फॉर्म में यानी पिक्चर के फॉर्म में दिखाई दे रहा था. उसकी हेल्प से इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल इन ऑल द केसेस टू कैलकुलेट द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ रिजल्टेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ नंबर्स. So that's why today we will see how to calculate the resultant of two vectors. See, according to vector law of addition, as you can remember, if we have two vectors, suppose this is our vector p and this is our vector q. Then how to add these two vectors? All of us know, right? So today we will see इनका magnitude हमें कैसे निकालना है. ठीक है बच्चों? Now focus at the move. See here. Let me rub this. Just a minute and see. Look at the book. Suppose करो बच्चों क्या था, ये अपना फर्स्ट वेक्टर, पुरानी स्टोरी को फिर से याद करो. ये अपना फर्स्ट वेक्टर था p and this was our second vector. The vector was q. Okay. Let me assume the length of this vector is p units and the length of this vector is q units. See here one more thing. यहां पर मैंने एरो नहीं लगाया है. तो बच्चों जब मैं एरो नहीं लगाऊंगा तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका सिंपल सा मतलब हुआ कि हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं मैग्नीट्यूड. क्लियर? फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू सी हियर, यहां p के ऊपर मैंने एरो नहीं लगाया है, व्हिच मींस ये इस वेक्टर की जो लेंथ है उसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है p. इन द सेम वे यहां पे एरो नहीं लगाया है, मतलब ये जो पर्टिकुलर लेंथ है इसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है q. फॉर एग्जाम्पल p कैन बी 2 मीटर, 3 मीटर, 4 मीटर. Q can be 2 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter, or whatever is the value. Whatever is the value of length. Okay. So see here, what was our resultant? Recall the previous lecture. First vector, second vector. Now what I will do? I will connect the starting point to the ending point. So I will connect the starting point to the ending point, and this length will be represented by R, which is our resultant vector P plus Q. Okay. Now what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to calculate this particular length. अब ये लेंथ हम कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? See here, it's very easy. Let me assume this is my point A, this one is my point B, and this is my point C. Okay. What was this angle? Recall the previous lecture. बच्चों पुराने स्टोरी में क्लियर था. This angle was theta. This is our resultant and let me assume this angle is alpha. तो बच्चों थीटा क्या है? थीटा एंगल है बिटवीन वेक्टर्स p as well as वेक्टर q. अल्फा तुम्हारा क्या है? अल्फा इज द एंगल ऑफ द रिजल्टेंट which is in this case AC with the x axis. और हमें क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? हमें इस AC की लेंथ कैलकुलेट करनी है. फर्स्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज आवर रिजल्टेंट वेक्टर. आवर रिजल्टेंट वेक्टर इज AC. So what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to calculate the length of the vector AC. Okay. For this, what I am going to do, I will draw a perpendicular, something like this, and let me assume this length is m. Now, I know all of you have studied Pythagoras theorem. You remember the Pythagoras theorem? What was this theorem? This theorem was, if you see in this triangle ACM, once again. See here in this triangle what I am doing, ACM. Okay बच्चों, ACM. So hypotenuse, that is AC square, this must be equals to AM square plus MC square. Clear guys? यहाँ तक क्लियर है ना? ठीक है. बहुत ही सिंपल वे में ये जो ट्राइंगल है इसमें AC square must be equals to AM square plus MC square. लेकिन एक बात बताओ, ये AM की वैल्यू बच्चों क्या लिख सकते हैं? AM we can write down AB plus BM. We can write down AM equals to, this one will be equals to AB plus BM. So if I substitute the value AC square is equals to AB plus BM whole square plus MC square. Clear? Now see here, what is the our basic point which you must understand. Basic point बच्चों ये है कि ये जो AB लेंथ है, AB की लेंथ वेक्टर की कितनी है? P के इक्वल, और ये जो BC है, BC की लेंथ किसके इक्वल है? Q के इक्वल, राइट? Are you able to follow me? Let me repeat once again. This length AB is equals to P units and this length BC is equals to Q units. So if I substitute the value AB is equals to P, so I will write down P plus BM whole square plus MC AB plus BM. AB is equals to P plus BM which is unknown plus MC square which is also unknown. तो बच्चों मैं यहां पे क्या करूंगा, आई विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ BM एज वेल एज MC. सपोज इफ यू वांट टू फाइंड आउट BM और MC, I will consider a triangle BCM or BMC. BMC. Bhaiyya Mumbai Corporation? No. BMC, that's just a coincidence. BMC में बच्चों देखो हमें किसकी वैल्यू निकालनी है, एक तो BM की वैल्यू निकालनी है, दूसरी MC की वैल्यू निकालनी है, किसके टर्म में कैलकुलेट करना है? Q के टर्म में. Because remember P and Q are known values. P और Q हमें पता है, तो जो भी अननोन हमें निकालना है वो नोन टर्म्स के अंदर आना चाहिए. ये रूल मैंने कहा बताया था, रिकॉल द लेक्चर काइनेमेटिक्स. ओके, काइनेमेटिक्स में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग करते समय मैंने आपको बताया था कि जो डेटा आपको दिया गया है आपका आंसर उसी के टर्म में होना चाहिए. सो बिकॉज वी नो द लेंथ P as well as know the length Q, so whatever are the values of BM and MC, that should be in terms of either Q or P. So that's why I am considering this triangle BCM. Now see here, if I write down sin theta, see here sin theta will be equals to MC divided by BC. Sin theta is equals to MC by BC. Or further I can write down sin theta equals to, what is the value of MC that we are supposed to calculate, right? And what is the value of BC? BC length is Q. Remember, this vector's length is given as Q. So I have substituted Q. So from here, MC comes out to be Q times sin theta. One value is known. Now, if I calculate cos theta, see here, if I take cos theta, if I write down cos theta will be equals to, in right angle triangle, BM divided by BC. So once again, cos theta comes out to be BM that we are supposed to find out, and the length of BC is Q. So from here, BM comes out to be Q times cos theta. Clear हो गया बच्चों? If we want to find out the resultant vector's length, in that case here, we are supposed to find out BM as well as MC. So we have calculated MC as well as we have calculated BM. So let's substitute the value. What was our equation? AC square equals to P plus BM square plus MC square. So see here, it comes out to be P plus BM, which means P plus BM. See here, what is the value of BM? BM comes out to be Q cos theta. So I will write down Q cos theta whole square plus MC square, which means Q sin theta whole square. Clear हो गया? Now see here, further this will be P square plus Q square cos square theta plus twice PQ cos theta plus Q square into sin square theta. Now see here, if I rearrange the term, see Q square cos square theta plus Q square sin square theta. This value comes out to be P square plus Q square in bracket sin square theta plus cos square theta plus obviously twice PQ cos theta. And now to recall, what was the value of sin square theta plus cos square theta? The value was equals to 1. So what we will do, we will substitute 1. So it comes out to be P square plus Q square plus twice PQ cos theta. Remember. So in the nutshell, what we can say? We can say that AC square comes out to be P square plus Q square plus twice PQ cos theta. Clear हो गया बच्चों? I hope up to here everything is clear. Now see AC. What does this length AC represent? Suppose this is vector form. If I place a mod sign, now what does it mean? अगर मैं mod sign लगा देता हूं, mod of R means length of the resultant, right? I told you in my first lecture what is the meaning of the magnitude of the vectors. I told you the magnitude means length, right? So see here, if you say AC, what does AC represents? Length. What does mod R represents? Length. What does mod P plus Q represents? Length. So what I will say, I can call this AC, which is equals to mod of vector R, which is equals to mod of vector P plus Q. Okay, this value will be equals to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So in the nutshell, if I represent it by R, R comes out to be under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So see here, what we learned up to here, if we have two vectors P and Q, then their magnitude depends upon the length of the vector P, the length of the vector Q, as well as the angle between the vectors. Clear हो गया बच्चों? यहां तक क्या कहा मैंने? अगर if हमारे पास दो वेक्टर है P and Q, then their resultant's length will depends upon the magnitude of vector P as well as magnitude of vector Q as well as the angle between the vectors P as well as Q. Clear? So this is our formula, and remember this is the proof. अब ये प्रूफ तुम लोग को याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है बच्चों, ये प्रूफ देख करके डरने की बिल्कुल भी जरूरत नहीं है. In the nutshell, you are supposed to remember this formula only. If you are able to remember this formula, that is more than sufficient. Clear? Now see here, we have two tasks. First task was to find out the magnitude of the resultant, जो कि हमने already calculate कर लिया है. And what is the second task? Second task is to find out the direction of the resultant vector. Now what is the meaning of direction? पहले लेक्चर में बताया था, याद करो. What is the meaning of direction? Direction of a vector simply means angle of the vector with x-axis. So what is the angle of the resultant with the x-axis? See here, this is our resultant. See, this is our resultant, and the angle with the x-axis is given as alpha. Clear guys? This is our vector, and the angle with the x-axis is given as alpha. So somehow, if I am able to find out this value alpha, I can find out the angle of the resultant vector. So see here, if I want to find out the angle, I will consider once again this triangle AMC. So let's talk about this triangle AMC. Okay. In this triangle, see here. Okay. I know this length. What was the magnitude of this length? See here, MC was equals to Q sin theta. This length is equals to Q sin theta. Okay. And what is this length? This length is P, and this particular length was equals to BM. BM length was equals to, see here, Q cos theta. Q cos theta. So if I take this whole triangle, see here, in triangle ACM. Clear guys? So in triangle ACM, if I calculate tan alpha, see here, if I write down tan alpha, what is the value of tan alpha? CM divided by AM. CM divided by AM. I will write down CM whole divided by, what is the value of AM? That is equals to AB plus BM. So I will write down AB plus BM. Further see here, tan alpha comes out to be CM is equals to Q sin theta whole divided by AB plus BM, that is equals to P plus Q cos theta. And in other form, alpha equals to tan inverse. Inverse बच्चों, once again recall that lecture. शुरू में जो तुम लोग को बताया था कि if you don't know about certain angle, then we represent the angle in terms of inverse functions, right? Let me know whether you know about inverse functions or not. And no need to say, you will tell me in the comment box. Okay? So see here, alpha comes out to be tan inverse value is q sin theta whole divided by p plus q cos theta, and this will be our final angle. So this is the way how we can calculate the magnitude of the resultant of the vectors as well as the direction of the vectors. Clear up to here? Now, as I told you, in vectors, formulas are important, but until and unless you don't solve questions based upon formula, you are never going to understand scalars and vectors. So let's solve few problems. ओके, आई होप यहां तक वेक्टर तुम लोग को समझ में आ रहा है. चलो बच्चों, एकदम बेसिक लेवल की प्रॉब्लम से शुरू करते हैं. क्लियर है? ठीक है. I will simply pronounce the question and you are supposed to write it down. I will simply write down the data. That's all. See here, what is the question? The question is like this. We have two vectors P and Q. Remember, we have two vectors P and Q such that the length of the vector P is 3 units. The length of the vector Q is 4 units and their resultant is given as 5 units. Clear? Length of vector P is 3 units. So, and length of vector Q is 4 units and their resultant is 5 units. The question is, find out the angle between the vectors P and Q. So see here, how I am decoding the question. Step by step. Remember what I told you in physics. If you are not able to understand the problem, that's not a big deal. Simply write down the data. If you write down the data correctly, 99% percentage question is already solved. So what I told you, there are two vectors P and Q such that length of P is 3 units. So how do you represent the length of the vector? Simply हम symbol लिख के इसके ऊपर arrow नहीं लगाते. अगर एरो नहीं लगाया तो what does it mean? It means magnitude of the vector. So length of the vector P is 3 units. Length of the vector Q is 4 units and their resultant R is equals to 5 units. What we are supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate the value of theta. Okay. And what does this theta represent? Theta represents the angle between the vectors P and Q. तो बच्चों इसको कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? सिंपल है. First, look at the data P, Q, R and theta. Which formula we are supposed to apply? आप कहेंगे सर P, Q, R और theta तो एक फॉर्मूले में आता है. कौन से फॉर्मूले में आता है? सर रिजल्टेंट वाले फॉर्मूले में आता है. तो सर जी अगर ये रिजल्टेंट वाले फॉर्मूले में आता है तो लेट्स राइट डाउन द फॉर्मूला. ओके, सी R comes out to be under root P square plus Q square plus twice PQ cos theta. Okay बच्चों, just write down the value. R comes out to be 5. P square, which means 3 ka square, Q square, which means 4 ka square, plus twice P. P is given as 3, Q is given as 4 multiplied by cos theta. Further, if I solve this, 5 is equals to 25 plus 24 cos theta. Let's do the squaring on both sides. आपको पता है आप स्क्वायर करेंगे, root will be eliminated. So 25 equals to 25 plus 24 cos theta. So from here, the value we are having, see here we have an interesting value 25 equals to 25 plus 24 cos theta. So from here 24 cos theta comes out to be 0. क्या वैल्यू होगी बच्चों इसकी? 0. अब एक बात बताओ, cos theta 0 कब होता है? अरे बहुत सिंपल है. cos theta is 0 when the angle is how much? 90 degrees. So that's why you can say cos theta equals to 0, which means theta equals to 90 degree. And once theta comes out to be 90 degree, we must know that the angle between my vector P and my vector Q is how much? 90. See this, we have an interesting case. This is our vector P. Now remember vector's law of addition. First vector, second vector, starting point, ending point connect कर दिया. That is the resultant vector. So this is my first vector. This one is my second vector. Starting को ending से connect कर दिया. That is your resultant vector R. and see here the angle between vector P and vector Q is 90 degree. See, you are having an obvious result here. In a right angle triangle, if this length is 3 and this length is 4, what about this length? This length is also 5. Clear, guys? Are you able to understand it? Okay, copy up to here. Then we will go to the next question. See here, in the next question, okay, copy up to here. Next question है बच्चों की, we have 3 vectors and the individual magnitude of the vectors is unity. Suppose you have vectors P and Q. Okay, let me pronounce the question. We have 3 vectors P, Q and their resultant are such that P is unity, Q is unity, as well as their resultant is also unity. You understand the question? We have 3 vectors such that first vector is a unit vector, second vector is a unit vector, as well as their resultant is also a unit vector. Then calculate the angle between vector P as well as vector Q. You can write down the question. The resultant of P and Q unit vectors is also a unit vector. Find the angle between P and Q. Okay, bachcho, I have written the question on the board also. So what I told you simply write down the data. As soon as you have written the data in a correct format, 99% question is already solved. What is the question saying? We have 2 vectors and both of them are unit vectors. So if they are unit vectors, what will be their magnitude? Unity. And what is the meaning of unity? 1. So what I will say? I will simply say P is equals to 1 and Q is also equals to 1. Remember, अगर बच्चों मैं यहाँ पे एरो नहीं लगा रहा हूं, it simply means we are talking about magnitude. So if I write down P equals to 1 or mod of P equals to 1, ये सारी चीजें सेम है. All these things are same representation. I will write down mod P, which means magnitude of vector P, or I will simply write down P means magnitude of vector P equals to 1. In the same way, I will say Q equals to 1, which is equals to mod Q. What does it mean? Mod Q, length of vector Q. Simply I will write down Q without an arrow means length of vector Q, and that is given as 1. Now, also a unit vector. The resultant. What is a unit vector? See here, resultant of 2 vectors is a unit vector. तो इनका जो resultant है वो भी बच्चों क्या है? That is also a unit vector. So if the resultant is also a unit vector, what you can write down? You can write down mod of vector R. Now what does it mean? The magnitude of the resultant of 2 vectors. Can I write it down simply like this? See here, look carefully. यहाँ पे मैंने magnitude का sign नहीं लगाया. What does it mean? It simply means we are talking about the length of the vector, and that is also given as 1. So what we are supposed to do? Sir, nothing, just write down the formula. Okay, let's write down the formula. See here, R equals to, क्या formula था हमारे पास? P square plus Q square plus twice PQ cos theta. Okay, now let's write down the values. R is equals to 1 under root P square 1 plus 1 plus 2 cos theta. Okay, 1 equals to under root 2 plus 2 cos theta. If you do the whole square on both sides, 1 equals to 2 plus 2 cos theta. So from here you will have a value as 2 cos theta equals to, it comes out to be minus 1. So from here cos theta comes out to be minus 1 by 2. So see here, what is the value of cos theta? Cos theta comes out to be minus 1 by 2. Now, अब बच्चों यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आती है कि क्या cos आपका नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है, like plus 1 by 2. All of us know how to calculate plus 1 by 2. But minus 1 by 2, that's going to be different. Okay. So see here, if cos theta comes out to be -1/2. So what will be the value of theta? The value of theta would be equals to pi minus 60, that is equals to 120 degrees. Clear? Cos 120. Clear? Now next question, sir 120 डिग्री कैसे आया? Then let me tell you, बच्चों अभी हम लोगों ने बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स नहीं की है. That's why you may find it a little bit difficult, like how to calculate cos theta equals to -1/2, then how to calculate theta equals to 120 degree. For this, if you are able to understand it, I appreciate it. But अगर समझ में नहीं आता तो बच्चों चिंता करने की कोई बात नहीं है, क्योंकि चिंता चिता समान होती है. यू शुड नॉट वरी एट ऑल. जब मैं बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स तुम लोग को बताऊंगा तो ये सारी चीजें तुम्हें ऑटोमेटिकली क्लियर हो जाएंगी. ओके, सो if you are able to understand up to cos theta equals to -1/2, that's more than sufficient. Theta equals to 120 degree, that's not a big deal, because मैंने पहले ही बताया था जितना समझ में आ गया अच्छी बात है, जो नहीं समझ में आया और भी अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि आगे के लेक्चर में सारी चीजें मैं तुम्हें बताने वाला हूं. क्लियर? ओके, सो सी हियर व्हाट वी हैव डन टिल नाउ. हमने रिजल्टेंट का एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट कर लिया, एज वेल एज अगर हमें इंडिविजुअल वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड पता है, या फिर उनके बीच का एंगल हमें कैलकुलेट करना है, या फिर आर, पी, क्यू और थीटा, आउट ऑफ दीज 4 वेरिएबल्स कोई भी एक्स वाई जेड वेरिएबल अगर हमें फाइंड आउट करना है तो उसको हमें कैसे सॉल्व करना है, दैट वी हैव सीन ओवर हियर. नाउ लेट्स कम बैक टू सम मोर रिजल्ट्स. सी हियर, थोड़ी सी और चीजें कर लेते हैं आज के लेक्चर में ऑन वेक्टर्स लॉ ऑफ एडिशन. ओके, see here, the resultant of two vectors, what was our expression? R was equals to under root p square plus q square plus twice pq cos theta. This was our expression. Now see here, this expression depends upon p as well as q as well as theta. Now tell me, क्या आप p और q की वैल्यू चेंज कर सकते हैं? आंसर इज नो. You can't change the values of p and q because they represent the magnitude or the length of the vector. और एक बार तुमने वेक्टर को रिप्रेजेंट कर दिया, means its length is fixed. You can't change the length of the vectors. See what I'm trying to say. Suppose this is my vector p and this is my vector q. Once you have drawn the vector, its length is fixed. Suppose this length is p, this length is q. तो इनकी लेंथ बच्चों क्या होगी? वो फिक्स होगी. बट व्हाट अबाउट एंगल? सी इफ आई चेंज दिस एंगल थीटा, अगर मैं थीटा की वैल्यू बच्चों चेंज करूंगा, विच मीन्स अगर थीटा हम चेंज करेंगे तो कॉस थीटा भी क्या होगा? चेंज होगा. आर यू फॉलोइंग माई पॉइंट्स? व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, इफ यू चेंज थीटा, कॉस थीटा भी बच्चों क्या होता जाएगा? चेंज होता जाएगा. और अगर कॉस थीटा चेंज होगा तो ये रिजल्टेंट की वैल्यू भी क्या होगी? चेंज होती जाएगी. विच मीन्स आवर रिजल्टेंट विच इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय r और मॉड ऑफ वेक्टर r और मॉड ऑफ वेक्टर p प्लस मॉड ऑफ वेक्टर q, विच वाज इक्वल्स टू अंडर रूट p स्क्वायर प्लस q स्क्वायर प्लस ट्वाइस pq cos theta. If we change theta, the resultant will also get changed. Now let me ask you a question. Suppose if I want to find out the maximum value of the resultant, what I am trying to find out? Maximum value of the resultant. In that case, what should be the value of theta? अरे सिंपल है, cos theta की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू बच्चों कितनी होती है? 1. और cos theta की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 1 कितने एंगल पे होती है? सर cos theta is maximum at its maximum value is 1 at an angle theta equals to 0 degree. तो कहने का क्या मतलब है, अगर मैं इस एक्सप्रेशन में बच्चों थीटा की वैल्यू कितनी कर दूं? 0 डिग्री, तो हमारा जो रिजल्टेंट है वो क्या हो जाएगा? मैक्सिमम हो जाएगा. विच मीन्स केस 1. अब बच्चों ये केस 1 क्या है? केस 1 ये है कि वी वांट टू फाइंड आउट द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ द रिजल्टेंट. ओके, आर मैक्स, वी वांट टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ आर मैक्स और मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ रिजल्टेंट. Resultant will be maximum when cos theta equals to 1, which means theta equals to 0. Now recall my lecture, first lecture. If theta equals to 0, remember parallel lines, दोनों के बीच का एंगल कितना होता है 0. सो इफ थीटा कम्स आउट टू बी 0 व्हिच मींस बोथ द वेक्टर्स आर, अरे आंसर तो करो, बोथ द वेक्टर्स आर पैरेलल टू ईच अदर. Always remember the angle between two parallel lines is equals to 0 degree. In the same way, the angle between two parallel vectors is 0 degree. So if theta equals to 0 means the angle between P and Q is 0, which simply means P and Q are parallel vectors. So see here, if this is our vector P, then parallel to this will be our vector Q. See here, parallel vectors. And in this case, the maximum value of resultant, which I will write down R max, comes out to be, if you substitute theta equals to 0, I will write down P square plus Q square plus twice PQ cos 0. So this comes out to be under root P square plus Q square plus twice PQ. And what is P square plus Q square plus twice PQ? P plus Q ka whole square. So R max equals to under root P plus Q whole square, which simply means R max is equals to P plus Q. Clear guys? So the maximum value of the resultant of two vectors is P plus Q. Now I have a very interesting question. And what is that question? Let me ask you a question. Suppose we have two vectors such that the magnitude of P is 2 units and the magnitude of Q is 3 units, and I ask you what is the magnitude of the resultant. Try to understand. What I am telling you, the magnitude of first vector is 2 units, the magnitude of the second vector is 3 units. What is the magnitude of the resultant? Can you answer this? Okay, tell me honestly in the comment box whether you are able to answer this question or not. What I told you, we have two vectors such that P is 2 units, Q is 3 units. What is the resultant? Can you calculate the resultant? Tell me. Answer is no. No one in the world can calculate the resultant of these two vectors. What is the problem? The problem is something is missing. And what is that particular point? That particular point is theta. Until and unless you don't know the value of theta, let me repeat, until and unless you don't know the value of theta, nobody in the world can find out the value of the resultant R. Right? But if I rephrase the question, see here, if I say we have two vectors such that P is 2 units, Q which is equals to 3 units, and we want to find out the maximum value of resultant. Listen carefully. Once again, the question looks similar, but it's quite different. In this case, we wanted to find out the resultant. But what is going on here? We have one vector P has 2 units, second vector Q has 3 units, and we want to find out the maximum value of the resultant. Can we calculate this? Yes, absolutely. Answer is so simple. How to find out the maximum value? Sir, we already know resultant will be maximum when theta comes out to be 0 degree. We already know this resultant would be maximum when theta equals to 0 degree. And what is the value of R max? That is equals to P plus Q. So what do we have? We have P as 2 units and we have Q as 3 units. So our answer will be 5 units. Clear? So calculation of R max and calculation of R, they have a slight disturbance. I hope you understood the point. Now let's come back to the next part. See here, we have calculated the maximum value of the resultant. In the same way, we will try to find out the minimum value of the resultant. So tell me, when the resultant will be minimum? Answer is simple. सर जी, जैसे cos theta जब मैक्सिमम हुआ था तो रिजल्टेंट भी मैक्सिमम था. इन द सेम वे, इफ cos theta comes out to be minimum, then resultant will also be minimum. Right guys? So see here, if I want to calculate R minimum, R minimum will occur when cos theta will be minimum. And what is the minimum value of cos theta बच्चों? That comes out to be -1. Always remember the minimum value of cos theta is -1. And what is that particular angle at which cos theta comes out to be -1? In that case, theta is equals to 180 degrees. Remember, cos theta comes out to be minimum value is -1 when the angle between them is 180 degrees. Clear guys? अब ये बताओ 180 डिग्री का मतलब क्या हुआ? 180 degree simply means if first vector P is like this and second vector Q is like this, then this is the angle between them. How much is the angle? 180 degrees. Can you recall my first lecture once again? What do you understand by these two vectors? See here, they are parallel to each other. You can draw them like this also. As I told you in the theory part, this is our vector P and this is vector Q. If you draw it like this or like this, these two cases are same cases. And you can say if theta is 180 degree, means both of them are anti-parallel to each other. If you can recall this lecture. And in this case, see here, the value of R minimum is equals to under root P square plus Q square plus twice PQ. What is the value of cos 180 degree? -1. So instead of cos theta, what I am substituting? -1. So see here, the value of R is equals to under root P square plus Q square minus 2PQ, which is equals to under root P minus Q whole square. So R is equals to mod of P minus Q. Now, and what is this value? So this is the minimum value of the resultant of two vectors. Clear? Now next question arises कि सर आपने ये मॉड का साइन क्यों लिया? आंसर इज क्वाइट इजी. बच्चों एक बात बताओ, जो भी रिजल्टेंट हमने कैलकुलेट किया है वो रूट में कैलकुलेट किया है? यस और नो? अरे एब्सोल्युटली यस. भाई रूट के अंदर हमने कैलकुलेट किया है तो ऑब्वियसली इट्स पॉसिबल. सपोज करो अगर p की वैल्यू 2 हो और q की वैल्यू 3 हो, तो 2 minus 3 comes out to be -1, which means resultant comes out to be -1. But I told you resultant can't be negative, क्योंकि resultant क्या रिप्रेजेंट करता है? Resultant represents the length of the vector. और क्या वेक्टर्स की लेंथ नेगेटिव हो सकती है? आंसर इज नो. The length of the vector can be 0, but it can never be negative. That's why हम यहाँ पे क्या करते हैं? That's why we put a mod sign over here. और जैसे ही हम mod sign लगाएंगे, although अगर आपकी वैल्यू यहाँ पे नेगेटिव भी आती है, तो it will become positive. So we have two results. R minimum equals to mod of P minus Q. So we have two important results. This is the first one. And what is the first one? The maximum of the resultant of the two vectors will be equals to P plus Q, and the minimum of the resultant of the two vectors will be equals to P minus Q. Clear everyone? Right? Okay. Now see here how we can solve questions based upon these two results. Suppose. Okay, copy up to here, then I will come back. Okay, see here, the question is like this. Question is like this. Two vectors P and Q has magnitude P equals to 2 units and Q equals to 4 units. Out of which are the possible resultant. Okay, let's change the question. Not possible resultant. Okay, two vectors P and Q has magnitude this and this. Calculate the maximum value of the resultant and minimum value of the resultant. Okay. Simple. बच्चों very simple. We already have two vectors and we want to find out the maximum value as well as minimum value. So we already know what is the meaning of R max. R max is equals to P plus Q. What is the meaning of R min? R min is equals to P minus Q. So how to solve this question? See here, R max, that will be equals to P plus Q, and this will be equals to how much? 2 plus 4 equals to 6 units. And if you want to find out R min, that will be equals to P minus Q, that is 4 minus 2, that is equals to 2 units, and these are our answers. So see here, in this class, what we have completed, we have seen how to add the two vectors, what is the meaning of the resultant, as well as how to calculate the maximum value of the vectors as well as the minimum value of the vectors. In next class, what we are supposed to do? In next class, we will try to understand the component of the vectors. But remember, क्या component हमारे लिए कोई नई बात है? Answer is no. We have already seen how to do the components in laws of motion. You remember the lecture na? On an inclined plane, we have normal reaction, we have weight, और weight के हम लोग components कर रहे थे. क्या फंडा दिया था? ठीक है. What I told you, what was the golden rule? थीटा जिसके पास होगा वो cos में जाएगा, थीटा जिससे दूर होगा वो sin में जाएगा. Now the question comes, why थीटा जिसके पास होता है वो cos में क्यों जाता है और थीटा जिससे दूर होता है वो sin में क्यों जाता है? That comes into the components of the vectors, and the components of the vectors we'll see that in next class. Till then, stay tuned. Keep following the lectures, physics lectures of IIT Point. Okay guys, that's all for today. Bye bye. See you. Take care.